Select the one word or phrase that needs to be used in place of the underlined text to make the sentence correct, or indicate that the underlined text is not in error. Although the presentation went badly, the board of directors ought to have been impressed, as she got the promotion. Before taking a look at our choices, let's see if we can find an error in our underlined phrase. Right off the bat, we can see one. Ought to have is never correct. The correct phrase is ought to have. This is a common mistake in English, as when spoken, phrases like could have or might have sound like could have or might have, and are sometimes mistakenly written as such. This is never correct in any context. Now that we've established that our original phrase needs correcting, let's take a look at our choices. B. Ought to have been. While this does correct our given phrase, we still haven't confirmed that it works in the context of our sentence. We see that the presentation went badly, but she got the promotion regardless. Therefore, we can draw the conclusion that the board of directors was impressed. Ought to have been is closer in meaning to should have, as in, the board of directors should have been impressed. Taking the context of our sentence into account, we can see that this doesn't really make sense. Should have been impressed implies we're not sure if they were impressed, but the sentence provides us with proof that they were. She got the promotion. As ought to have been doesn't best suit our context, we can mark this choice off. C. Must have been. This is the stronger substitute for ought to have been that this sentence needs. As we said in the previous choice, we have direct proof that the board of directors was impressed, so the strong language of must have been is appropriate here. This is likely our answer, but we can take a look at choice D just to be sure. D. Must have been. Here, we run into the same problem as we had with the original text in this sentence. Must have, ought to have, should have is never correct in any context. This being the case, we can mark this choice off and mark choice C, must have been, as our final answer.